Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Arc Basics, a show where we break down the ABCs of how to start an arc, how to accomplish things, how to achieve things, how to be the best you possibly can be. That's right, we're going with the full ABCs of arc. A for arc, B for basics, C for, well, whatever you want it to be. C can be anything. Alright, it's time to talk about these guys. These little pointy-headed little jerks that hang out on the beach. Sometimes they can be your best friend, they can be your worst enemy, but for the most part, we're gonna call them Triceratops. Yeah, these little dudes right here. Now, there's a couple different things that you need to know about these guys when it comes to taming them, a couple different things about what they can use, a couple of different ways of using them, and also a couple different ways of using them as harvesting and gathering animals, because when you get into it, the amount of utility these guys can offer you is quite impressive. So hey, sit back, let's grab a cup of coffee, and let's talk about the Triceratops, or also known as the Trike. Alright, so when it comes around time to taming up your very first Trike, it's important that you realize these guys are actually really easy, but they could also be pretty dang challenging. Alright, normally when you are walking along the beach down here, the beginnings of the areas, of the beginnings of the game, you can just see them walking around just like this, out in the open. Now, you can do this with just a regular, wrong button, a regular bow. Are you for real? Oh, serious, compies, I don't have time for you today. Compy, go away. All right? You're damaging my beginner's pants. Gosh. All right. So, yeah. Now that we've got those compies out are you for real? Just go away. All right. So now that we've got the compies out of... You do not want a piece of this, buddy. All right, so now you can just grab these guys. Now, when I say a target of opportunity, you can sometimes find these guys kind of trapped within like these little tight little bits of trees. If you see them in there, chances are they're not going to be able to move. If they can move, you still have plenty of time to run away. But the best tactic that you can do, just go up to it and start shooting it with tranq arrows. Now, their face takes reduced damage, all right? So you want to make sure that you don't run in straight lines. But when you're taming them, go right through the rocks. Or if they'll follow you, they'll be able to go right through the rocks. Just get off me, dude! All right. But yeah, sometimes they're not going to be able to climb up these rocks, but sometimes they can. But if we can find a nice little abrupt edge, we can just start shooting it like this. Hello! All right, and then we can run along, chase it all the way through here, and then run it back around. All right, where'd he go? Where'd he go? I hear you. Where are you? All right. And another trick for... Oh, hello! Another trick for not firing your arrow when you have it loaded is... just unequip the weapon. But also, you want to notice that when I was knocking this guy out, and here, let me show you, his face takes reduced damage. So whenever he's coming straight at you and you want to fire at him, aim for his knees. That's right, aim for the Trike's knees. It works. It works well. But if you aim for his face, he's only going to take like 3 damage. He's not going to take hardly any torpor. If you aim for his knees, you hit anything back behind this bony plate right here, he's going to take full damage and he's going to get knocked out really quick. But I have to tell you the easiest way of knocking them out, if you don't want to do it out here, or say if you find a high level one, hey, let me go grab this other one. We're going to drag him over because I have something prepared. All right, come here, buddy. Come on. Come on, homie. All right, get over here. Are you going to charge at me, aren't you? All right, see, right here, now, if we were just to shoot right here at his leg, he's going to take a bunch more damage. Now, let's run away from him before he hits us in the face really hard. All right, he's still going to hit us in the face really hard. All right, let's just run through here. Now, I've got something prepared for him over here, and I'll show you exactly how I built this. Come here, buddy. Come on. Yeah, come on, dude. I'm talking to you. Don't you see me talking to you? Come on, get over here. Actually, I guess I'm more talking about you than anything else. All right, but right here, there is a taming pen right here. Which, these things right here are generally pretty dang effective when taming stuff like this. Now, we're just going to get him to run right up this ramp, pop over like that, and he's right in there. We can knock him out, however, at our leisure, without him hitting us at all. And he can't damage stone, so, yeah, we've got that to our advantage. And let me finish knocking this guy out. Let some of that torpor sink in a bit. And you'll notice that I'm just using regular bows. I'm not using any kind of enhanced bow, anything like that. Just regular bows with trank arrows, and he's running already, so yeah. Come on, dude. I'm shooting you in the butt. Alright, now's the point where you fall asleep. Thank you! Alright, so yeah, this pen is actually really, really easy. All it is stone fence foundations down here, all the way along the perimeter. Stone fence foundations, and then a dino gate right here. And then on top of them, there's 2 doors. One door right there, one door right there. All the rest is window walls, so we can shoot through them. And then there's the dino gate, so where we can open it up when he's done being tamed, and we can get his butt out of there. All right, now for the ramp is actually very, very simple. All you do is pop 1 pillar right here, and then from there, you can pop, it'll snap another pillar right to it right here. And then from there, you go up, you put ceilings down, you put a row of 3 ceilings, and from there, you put just 2 ramps down from each ceiling. Super easy. All you do is just run right through there, and run right through here whenever anything's chasing you, and then bad things will fall in there. It's really effective, it's really easy, it's really simple, and this is the kind of taming pen that I would recommend for taming things like trikes and stuff like that. Alright, so hey, I'm going to get one of these guys tamed up, and then we're going to discuss some of the great things these trikes can do, because they are really impressive. Alright, so in order to craft the Carno set, not the Carno saddle, I'm thinking about the kibble for them. In order to craft their saddle, it's actually really easy, and you learn the engram very quickly. Let's see, Trike. You learn it, I believe, level 16. It's really low level. And it's just 80 fiber, 140 hide, 25 wood. It's very, very simple. Alright, so we're going to craft that sucker up, and we're going to talk about taming these guys, what kind of stuff you want to use for taming these things. Now, normally, I would recommend always, if you're going to tame something that's high level, something that's worth taming, you always try to go for kibble. Well, I don't have any Carno kibble, and that is their chosen kibble. And also, I don't have any ready vegetables on hand that we've grown yet in the basics guide, even though I've already talked to you guys about how to grow some carrots and stuff like that. We're actually... we're just going to be using measure berries, because measure berries work. Now, like I said in one of the other basics videos, normally when I say, let's tame some herbivores, usually that's just going to mean measure berries. These little purple bad boys right here. These are the preferred ones if you're going to be using the berries to tame them. Now, also, I want to keep the narco berries, because we are going to have to use a few narco berries to offset their taming. Not too many. I wouldn't recommend using full-blown narcotics. If you have a ready supply of narco berries, I would recommend using those, because they're not going to take that many. Yeah, maybe 100 tops. But yeah, it all depends on the level. It all depends on what you're using to tame them. And we're using measure berries, so yes, we're going to need a little bit of narco berries. Alright, so now that we've got that, I'm going to get this guy tamed up, and then I'll see you guys in just a minute. Alright, now this guy is up. Alright, so now we're just gonna... I'm not really even gonna call him anything. Alright, but now we're gonna take a look at this guy's stats. Now, this guy's stats, they're generally pretty beefy dinos. Now, their stamina always sucks. I've never seen a trike that stamina doesn't always suck. But you get varying levels of suckage. Either they really suck, or they don't really suck. It all depends on kind of luck of the draw. But there's always a level of suckage when it comes to their stamina, just so you know this. Now, this guy's health, even though he's only level 67, he actually turned out to be pretty decent. He's got 1275 health, which is pretty good. His melee damage is only 180, which is not that great. But his weight, they always get really high health and really high weight, which is always really advantageous when it comes to these guys. Let me eat some food. Alright, so now that we've got this guy, let's hop on him and let's talk about a few of the things of what they do. Okay, so now that we've got this guy out like this, there's a couple different things that they can do. Now, let's first off is the left click attack It's just a simple attack. At least it looks like it's just a simple attack. Actually, it's far better than just any simple attack because this simple attack has a really amazing knockback, which is very, very effective. You can keep T-Rexes at bay with this knockback if you learn how to use it strategically. Say if the T-Rex comes at you, leans down to bite, you quickly attack, it pushes them back and they're not able to connect with you. It's really cool. This attack does a lot of really cool stuff. Now also, with this attack, you can go up to these regular bushes and you can harvest them and you get a lot of stuff out of them. Although, unfortunately, you can't gather fiber while you're doing this, but you can get all the berries. You can even harvest the trees. I was going to cover that here in a minute, but since I smacked that one, I'll be covering it now. And when you harvest the trees, you get more thatch than you do wood, which is kind of important because sometimes you get a lot of... later on, we'll be discussing things that give you more wood than anything else. But when, say if you need a bunch of thatch, these guys will get you a bunch of thatch. Now I'm going to show you an even better way of getting a bunch of thatch here in just a couple seconds. Now here, let me pump up, let's get some weight on this guy because we're going to need it for this next demonstration. Now that we've covered the left click attack, now we're going to cover the right click attack. Now the right click attack is this charge. And you will see over on the right, way up in the very top right, that there is that meter that is filling up with red. Now, as that fills completely up, when we release it, we'll just charge through bushes, charge through trees, charge through everything. Now, you see that? We got 1,400 thatch from that one charge. That is insane. These guys will get you so much stuff. Now, yeah, and that charge will actually go quite a ways if you let it. But while you're also charging, if you left click, let me show you. Let's build back up this charge. While you're going through and you left click, you'll get a ton of berries. See, look at that. Yeah, but it will bring you out of your charge, which is, yeah, it's neither here nor there. All right, but also, they also have another ability, which is called the rivalry buff. And it's when they glow red. I'm sure a lot of times you'll see trikes out in the wild that are glowing red. That just means that they're around a big carnivore, and then they're going to get a buff. And it's when they glow red, and then it increases their, it reduces the amount of damage they take, plus also increases the amount of damage they take, or damage they do. So they're going to do an additional, I believe it's 30% damage whenever they have that rivalry buff. It's really cool, and it's really necessary if you're going to use these guys as a kind of exploring dino, because they are really, really good at doing the exploring for you early on in the game. One of the best tactics, say if you want to go, just go exploring out on the island or out on Ragnarok or anything like that, tame a nice trike, level it up however you want to, and then go out in the wilds and then just win. Yeah, you'll be able to go all sorts of places. Really, the only thing you're going to be fearing is gigas, raptors, and anything of the alpha variety is going to give you a hard time. But other than that, everything can be learned how to be fought really effectively with a trike. Allosauruses might give you a problem too. But, yeah. All right. But also, now that we've got that covered, let's talk about a few of the different basic kind of builds. Because say if you want to go out in the wild and you want to go exploring with these things, I would recommend leveling up lots of health, lots of stamina, lots of melee damage. That way there, you can tank whatever you want. You can go for longer distances, maybe a little bit of movement speed. I'd say out of every 5 levels, at least 2 of them go into stamina, 1 of them go into health, 1 of them go into melee damage, and 1 of them goes into movement speed. That's how I would level it up. Now, there's a few other different things. If you wanted to use this as primary a berry gatherer, I would say out of every 5 levels you level it up, 3 of those have to be in weight. 3 of them. 2 of them have to be in stamina. And then these guys right here, they can get up to a very impressive weight stat and a pretty decent stamina stat. Granted, it still will always suck throughout the entire life of the trike. That's just the way it is when it comes to trikes. Stamina on them sucks really bad. But you can kind of mitigate that a little bit by boosting it as if it's a dedicated dino that's just for stamina. And also, you can even get these guys as a melee or a melee fighter, which is, if you want to go just that route, I would recommend on these guys to go out of every 5 levels, 2 of them goes into health, 2 of their levels go into melee damage, 1 of them goes into stamina. That's how I would level up a solid Trike fighter. That way there you have all the hit points you need, plus you have all the melee damage that you need, and also you have enough stamina to keep attacking through the long engagements with, say, like a T-Rex or something like that. Now here, let's get down here, and I'm going to demonstrate on this stego down here. I probably am picking the absolute worst animal to be demonstrating the knockback on this. Come on, get some stamina. Right? Now we just go up to him and we hit him. See how far that knocks him back? Now he's going to come up to us. We're going to hit him again. Hit him again. Hit him again. Notice how he's not even able to hit us at all. Well, he got a hit that time. All right, compies. And it even knocks back all the compies, which is quite effective. So not only did we kill, or well, are we killing the stego, we're also killing all these compies, which is quite effective. And it's a great way of leveling up at the lower levels. Just get on the back of a trike, go out adventuring, you'll come back with at least 5 or so levels if you go on a long enough adventure. So yeah, this stego, he's gonna go down with probably only dealing about 100 damage total to us. And all we have to do is stand right here, smacking whenever he comes up close. And he's probably only got 1 or 2 hits left in him. And there he goes. Very super easy. And now we can just hop off. And as a new survivor, we've got access to plenty of hide now. Yeah, you have to harvest it by hand, but it's still very effective. All right, so hey, I hope that covers just about everything that you need to know about the trike. I'm pretty sure it does. Just make sure that you keep aware of whenever these guys light up red, there's bad things in the area. Yeah. All right, so hey, if you liked the video, make sure you click that like button. I really appreciate that. And until next time, this is Phlinger Phoo, and take it easy, everybody.